gifting of that money. But for all those people saying this shit is a scam, like, what are you doing with your life though? Like, for real, because it's the coolest thing ever, because I've met so many amazing humans.
Guys, I am seriously, like, my heart is pitter-pattering so fast because a loom that I'm in is just so abundant. It's crazy. Like, this is a community. Like, this is something, like, I will reinvest into. Like, I'm trying hard not to cry tears of joy because it's happening. Like, everything I'm manifesting is happening. And then it's like, well, I invested into your group, so you should rejoin mine. But that was never an agreement. That was never stated anywhere from anyone. Where you choose to invest your money is your choice.
Hello celestial beings, welcome back. And today I wanted to get out this message to people because there's something happening right now that the internet, particularly IG and Facebook, is being flooded with a spiritual money scam. So this is to warn anyone who may come across it that this is a scam and you want to be aware. So if you hear of money mandalas, blessing looms, abundance grids and money circles, run for the hills. Now, when I came across this scam, I started looking on YouTube and there's quite a lot of videos about it already explaining why it's a scam, even though it's a circular shaped system. But please do not be fooled, it is actually a pyramid, because when you look at a circle from the top as a 3D object, it is actually a cone with a point. So yes, a lot of these videos are describing the scam and why it is a Ponzi scheme, and I am going to go into details of that. But what I really wanted to get into was just the evidence of some of these people, because I haven't seen it on my IG feed. Thankfully, I just don't think I'm following these people yet, although I could be. I'm just maybe not looking at people's stories that much, and that's where this scam is mostly being targeted, on people's stories. So I started doing a little bit of research. I started going on Instagram and searching into money looms to see what I could find. I wanted to see what these actual people who were selling this money scam were actually saying to convince people. I wanted to look at the psychological brainwashing they were using on people, and how these people could actually do this, because they know that someone will lose out. Quite a few people will lose out, and here's why. So you can see pretty clearly from this image that it is a pyramid scheme. The way it works is the person in the center initiates the loom and brings in 6 other people, 2 to the side and 4 in the middle ring. This team in the middle makes an effort to recruit 8 people on the outer ring, and those 8 people have to invest what's normally about $100. Once the outer ring is filled, that $800 gets cashed out to the person in the center. Then what happens is the loom splits in 2. The 2 people that were either side of the person that has just left upgrade to the center position on each of the 2 looms that have split off. Then the people who were on the middle ring, the 4, move up to the second in line position. And then the people who are on the outer ring move into the inner ring. So they still have a few more stages to reach the top, but the cycle has to start again, and the central rings of 7 people need to recruit a further 8 people who bring in $100 until the loom is complete and they're able to cash out again. The central person leaves, the loom splits, the cycle repeats itself infinitely, and this is why it's unsustainable. There is no end, therefore mathematically it just cannot be sustained. It is a pyramid scheme.
Hello, and welcome to this space. I'm here to share with you, as many of you know, that I have been talking and posting about abundance mandalas, and anybody that knows anything about a mandala is that it is in divine symmetry, alright? And in order to have and create this divine space for the divine symmetry to be activated, you must invite and welcome people who know that they are worthy of the love and support that your tribe has to offer. And in return, they will feel worthy enough to give and gift their support, their support and love. And it all comes from knowing up here that everything that you're willing to give, you are going to receive 10 times fold.
Anyway, I just hopped on again to say that the looms are legitimate. They work. I only got in because I saw a really good friend that I trust get in, and then I literally watched her in 7 hours get her $800 right in front of my eyes. That's what inspired me, because everyone that's a part of it that is having success, they've emphasized making sure that you have the right people in your circle.
So I've been going through a lot of these IG stories and finding that these influencers have these kind of spiritual sounding names, that they're vegans or raw vegans, and they're using trigger words that make you feel like you're part of their community, and that something really special and amazing is happening, a kind of new paradigm shift. And by joining the looms, you're going to receive abundance, and they're even unashamedly saying that you might not get that abundance back, but just being part of this whole thing is some kind of community vibe, and you will experience something amazing. And the reason why they're able to stand there and say that and look so full of life and energetic is that they are at the top of the loom. They're not the ones on the outside. They're not the ones who are going to have to hand over $100. No, they're the ones that are hustling and making you believe that this is something to be part of, but it's not. They're literally straight up scamming people, and I find it quite disturbing that they're able to stand there and do it unashamedly like they are. And a lot of them are sort of saying that they were going to give back. They're either going to join another loom and put $100 in and be on the outer circle, which is total BS, as if they're going to do that. They know they will just lose out. And a lot of them say they're going to be altruistic, somehow give money to their mom or support their local business or something like this. But how can you take these people seriously? How can you be sure of their word when they're just standing in front of the camera and basically lying to you about what this is?
A lot of messages from people saying, is the money loom a scam? The truth is, yes, it is a scam. Because think about it, you've been brought up, so have I, to believe that to earn $800 you have to work 30 hours a week, right? And when you work those 30 hours a week, you get paid, you get taxed. You lose about $100, so you really get $700. That $700 goes into the bank. The bank uses that money, puts it in one big pool, and people who claim loans or get loans, your money is actually given to those people, and then those people pay interest back, and the big banks profit off our money. So yes, it is a very big scam, but not to you and not to me. It's a scam to the system. So no, it's not a pyramid system. If anything's a pyramid system, it's the world we live in, because you have the big elite billion-trillion-dollar corporations at the top, and then you have the government, law enforcement, military, and then you have us, the working bees, at the bottom. Why this is beautiful is because us worker bees are investing money in each other and gaining money from each other. We don't get taxed from it. The banks don't own it. It's not a business someone owns. The money loom is people, friends, family, giving each other money and in return receiving more money from other people.
I see this guy set it up as a way to kind of fight the system, some kind of anarchy. Don't give your money to the government, don't pay your taxes because we don't make enough money. And as much as there's some truth in what he says, that people at the top take a lot of the money and people at the bottom are working their asses off and not coming away with much at the end of the month, is true. And we all especially in times like these, need ways to make money. But this system, the money loon, is completely unsustainable. Either he is completely brainwashed to believe this is true, or he knows what he's doing. He knows that he is trying to get people where they're most vulnerable. So I actually collected quite a lot of screenshots and messages on this money loom scam, and it's quite shocking, and I'd like to go through a bit more of that in detail. If that interests you, do let me know in the comments, and also just let me know what you think about this scam in general. Have you come across it? Have you seen it on IG? Were you tempted? Did you know that it was a pyramid scheme? Please let me know in the comments below. I'd really appreciate it.